Your first brew. This chapter would be your crash course to home brewing, which would make you get acquainted to the entire process of home brewing. Note that you may not know what you are doing exactly during this chapter, but the rest of the book would guide you. In the later parts of the book, you would find out what you have done right and what you could have done wrong during your practice. Feel free to jump to the next chapters if you want to get explanations right away. Tip 1. These are the minimum homebrew equipment that you need to purchase. 1. Large canning pot or a brew pot. 2. Glass jar. 3. Measuring cup. 4. Airlock. You can get it from any home brew shop. And 5. Fermenter, which can be a food-grade plastic bucket or a glass carboy. Tip 2. You would want to purchase a glass fermenter or a stainless one if the glass type isn't available. They are much easier to clean and sterilize, and they provide protection from oxygen leaks compared to plastic ones that would suffer from oxygen leaks when stored for long periods. Also, plastic containers are difficult to seal, and it would be difficult for you to tell if fermentation has completed. There is no single rule about how large jars, pots, and buckets should be, but if your space would allow it, consider making long-term purchases. Ideally, you should buy jars that could accommodate 12 ounces or more, and get pots and buckets that would accommodate 5 gallons or more, since most recipes that you would get anywhere would require you to do so. However, buying bigger carboys and glassware would save you a lot of money in the long run. 6. Sanitizer, which would be chlorine bleach or anything that would do the same. 7. A large stirring spoon. It should not be wood. 8. A tablespoon. 9. Thermometer. It's optional, but you might want to get it to control temperature. 10. Bottling bucket or a 6-gallon plastic pail with a spigot and a filling tube. It's optional to get it, but it is highly advisable to buy one to make it easier for you to fill bottles and lessen sediments. Tip 3. Ingredients may differ depending on the type of beer that you are going to make. If you have purchased a home brew kit, you can use that. If you don't have any ingredients yet, go to the nearest homebrew shop and purchase the following. This list makes a variation of John Palmer's famous Cincinnati Pale Ale, which makes 5 gallons. Take note that this beer is the American version of the English Pale Ale, and it is known for being slightly bitterer and less fruity than a lot of European beers. Most brewers advise this to be the first batch to make, but you can adjust the ingredients depending on what's available in your neighborhood home brew store. 3 to 4 pounds pale unhopped malt extract syrup. Brew shops normally call this UME. This would be the ingredient that would give your beer much of its color. So you may want to ask the store you are buying from to give you a UME appropriate for pale beer. However, it's okay if you purchase a darker UME. 2 to 3 pounds sparkling amber dried malt extract. 12 AAU Simcoe bittering hops, or any other hop variety. 2.5 ounces of Cascade finishing hops. You can actually use any variety you want. Tip: you may want to buy pellet hops. They are easier to find in the stores and they are convenient to use for first-time brewing. And 2 packs of dried ale yeast.